I briskly walk to the living room and take the receiver from Hachiroku's hand.
もしもし、僕だ。相鉄だ。客車か？やはりか。見つかったのか。
The next morning, even before the ticket gates are open, the rail shop is bustling.
静岡寸大鉄道。
Last time it was Hiroshima, but this time it's Shizuoka.
はい、静岡県は駿河から袋井までをつなぐ半官半民の鉄道会社です。
Paulette's blushing. So what is worse, doing it with a sister with the same mum or doing it with a sister with the same dad, or does it not really matter? It's worse with the same... It's both.
そこにあさってに廃棄予定だった車両があって、それを譲ってもらえるって話なんです。
廃棄予定とはどんな状態なのだ？粗大ゴミを引き取ることにならねばよいが。
その点ももちろん確認済みです。ついこの間まで使ってて故障や破損はないそうです。
It would still be legal to get married. You can look it up. While saying that, Paulette passes out some printouts. The only reason same mom feels worse is because you associate children with... You associate childbirth, you know, because of women, right? Even though you also need a dad to conceive, but that's beside the point.
これがその客車か。
はい、写真のデータも送ってくれて。結構いいっぽい？そんなに汚れてもないみたいだし。清掃、写真撮る前にわざわざしてくれたそうなんです。
ほ
う。Why would they do that if they were planning to scrap it? I can't think of the reason why, but my gaze turns to Hachiroku.
ロングシートは今一つ観光列車らしくありませんが、それを割り引いても願ったり叶ったりのお話ですね。
けど、なんで故障も壊れもしとらんものを捨ててしまう予定だったと
？Kami nods to Nagi's simple question. It seems that these two are joining today's meeting.
理由の一つは、いわゆるところてんです。譲ってもらえるの、機動車改造の客車なんですけど。
Have a good night, starving. I'm still young yet. How will I convince on my parents to have a child with someone? What? Rail car malfunctioned, so they removed the engine and controls, and then revived it as a passenger car. That's what a passenger car modified as a rail car is.
で、2週間ほど前、静岡の別の鉄道会社、松井川鉄道のレールロードの一体が寿命を迎えて。
レールロードの寿命。
Railroads are naturally things. It's normal to think that they will have a life cycle.
なら、その子の機関車が廃棄になったのですね。それで浮いた客車を寸大鉄道が購入した。
新しいのが来て、機動車改造客車が余って。ああ、だから、ところてん、押し出されて、にゅー。
Well, I'm still a bit agitated. The railroads here talk about it as if nothing happened.
そう。で、
理由のもう一つは不思議な縁。
不思議な縁って何ですか？
この話、私のマイテツ仲間さんの、さらにマイテツ仲間さんからの紹介なんだけど。
Paulette's springy voice explains what happened to Reina. I think it's been a while since I saw Paulette so excited. It somewhat reduced my agitation.
そのお仲間さんのお仲間さんとお人よの誰かとに縁が？
人じゃなくて場所の縁です。お人よしと駿河市とには救援があるらしくって。
After coming so far, Paulette pauses for dramatic effect.
お人よ城の異名、別名って知っていますか？
確か眉月城だな。
眉月とは三日月の異名ですよね。まるで眉のように細い月。そう、眉月はお人よしの師匠のモチーフで、その元をたどると相良氏の旗印なんです。
相良氏？
旧藩主ですよ、兄さん。お人よはもともとお人よ藩。鎌倉時代からずっと相良氏の領地なんです。
響も随分と詳しいんだな。
I'm surprised. Paulette is the mayor, and knowing her serious nature, it's a given. I think it's only natural to assume that she would know a lot about the city's history.
小等部の時に結構みっちり習うんですよ。郷土史って言ったら大げさですけど、地元の歴史。
おう。
Mikami nods to Hibiki's words, while Nagi looks tired. I'm tired. I see. I can tell that they do teach it extensively.
そもそも相良市の旧領地は静岡にあって、今でもそこは相良町っていう名前で。
She gasps as if she's just realized something. Paulette smiles at Hibiki while she turns to her.
相良町、寸大鉄道の沿線なんです。
なるほど。つまり相良氏の縁でお人よと寸大鉄道とはつながっているのか。
そうなんです。相良町の町長さんが寸大鉄道の大株主さんだそうで、その辺の歴史にお詳しくて。
Apparently, it's a fruitful conversation that talks about making Ohitoyo and Sagara-cho sister cities. And with the tasks of the passenger car, the conversation moved quickly.
ならば移送を考えねばな。客車を譲渡してもらうとして、静岡からどう運ぶ？
その辺もすごく便宜を図ってもらえて。
The passenger car can simply be towed away as is, and it can be taken to the Sagara station of the Sunta Railway Suntai line. Jesus Christ. Near the Sagara station is the Sagara port, and it can be taken by the sea route to the Miyazaki port.
小倉にはまだ車両陸送用のトレーラーがあるそうです。それを宮崎にまで回してもらって。
トレーラー、ディーゼルエンジン自動車で陸送するということか。
Going from Kura to Miyazaki by car is a dizzying distance. It makes me painfully aware of how convenient the air car is.
それって 金ものすごくかかるんじゃ。
かかります。けど、もちろん車両を特注で新造するより圧倒的に安く済みます。
特注で心臓？そんなことができるのか？
財政的なことを考えなければできますよ。赤道直下はエアクラ運用できない地域多いですから。
なあ。ならば、そういう地域ではひょっとして。
はい。鉄道産業が生き延びてるとこも多くて、ブラディルなんかは車両輸送もやってます。
Yes. Jesus.
ブラディルか。日の本の〇〇反対側だな。
I understand now. We can make a special order and have it shaped from Bradil, whatever the fuck it is. The cost would be many times that of shipping from... The cost would be that... Jesus. The cost would be many times that of shipping from Shizuoka to Ohitoyo. It could be hundreds of times that.
ですから、この金額でも安いんです。もうものすごく。
Well, it takes out an estimate, while saying that, 8 digits meaning tens of millions of yen. Even though I understand it's cheaper than making a new one, I still hesitate at the thought. Just curious, did you read all that? No. I'm fucking disassociating hard.
本当に金を失うのだな。鉄道というものは。
Jesus Christ. It got really bad. Yeah, no, I know. I was talking about the visual novel though, not your fucking not the fucking chat messages.
けれど、8620活用のために絶対必要な投資です。この程度の経費で済むのなら同じすぎます。
ああ、そうだな。
I had no objections to that in that regard. If we can't obtain a passenger car, connecting the revival of 8620 with the promotion of tourism in Ohitoyo is impossible.
となれば、残る問題は資金調達。
I have a damn problem. Then fucking fix it.
それについてもアドバイスをもらいました。社債として鉄道債を発行しようかと考えてます。
鉄道祭？汽車ポッポのお祭りやる
お祭りの債ではなく、債券。つまりは、ある種の借金の証券のことです。皆からお金を借り、それで事業を行う。利益が出ればお金を返し、利益も分配する。
You want me to delete all that? Yes. Not just with Hibiki, but Hatadoku also reveals... No, yeah. Reveals some unexpected knowledge.
そうしたシステムにおいて、お金を借りましたよと証明する証文が、つまりは債券です。
なぎちゃん。
Fukami follows up since Nagi didn't quite seem to understand fully. I think that side should be fine.
乱発していたのです。 末期の蹄鉄が鉄道祭を、何としても殿下を推進しようとして。
おあ、
I must look surprised. Hasuroku answers before I can ask.
あの時期の蹄鉄の鉄道祭でも飛ぶように売れました。大赤字を垂れ流していたにもかかわらずです。
なぜだ。よほど利率が良かった。ああ、いや。
If the Imperial Railway goes bankrupt, all of the promised returns would vanish, and everyone saw that their bankruptcy was inevitable.
見越していたのか。蹄鉄が破綻してしまっても、国がその債権を保証してくれると。
と、清見機関士は私に説明してくださいました。説明というより、愚痴だったのかもしれませんが。
That sort of trust attracts people. Mayor Paulette should have the same sort of trust. Even if that's not the case, at the scale of things, money will come on its own. 1,000 people at 1,000 yen each. That's already 10 million yen. The scale of volunteers and the range of interest, just thinking that makes this a superior funding plan. At the same time, it also means that trust can't be betrayed.
僕としては全面賛成だ。客車についても、移送についても、資金調達法についても。
私も兄さんと同意見です。
Hibiki and then everyone else also joins in. Paulette breathes a sigh of relief and then bows to us. She raises her head with strong determination.
でしたら、この案ですぐにでもお話進めます。決まったと？そしたら汽車ポッポに客車がつくと？
そうだよ、ナギちゃん。なら乗りたか！三脚車一等最初に乗りたかばい！
あ、そう、その話で深見ちゃんにも来てもらったの。
Don't tell me they're going to use the same CG when we get to the passenger car.
どの話でです？
湯の井から先の客車の話。お人よまでひとまずは8620に引いてもらって戻るから。
Fukami nods in agreement. I understand that at the same time. Paulette wanted Fukami alone to come to this meeting, but Nagi most likely just tagged along.
おじいちゃんたちに補選のことをお願いすればいいんですか？
Thanks for the hydrate. And the stretch.
そうなの。なかなか電話のタイミングが合わなくて、一度レールショップでご相談できればって。
わかりました。おじいちゃんたちに伝えておきます。
Fukami's great-grandfather, Ayase Seki, and his brothers are experts of water and earth. Okay, they're not fucking Last Airbender. With their ability, they volunteered to help with the track maintenance of Ohitoyo Railway.
なら決まりたね。湯の井からお人屋の最初の列車、予約1番はうちと深見ちゃんとばい。
っていう希望が入ってるんですけど、どうでしょうか、相鉄くん。
僕か。ああ、いや。そうだな。僕だ。
Since I'm acknowledged as the engineer, I'm Hachiroku's owner and master. As the owner and master, it's only right for me to seek the opinion of Hachiroku.
ということなのだが、86の意見はどうだ？
事情を理解している者を同情させるくらいなら、相鉄様と響にとっても良い練習になる気がします。
事情を理解している者とは？
あくまで移送中の客車への同情であり、乗客ではないと了解しているということです。
移送中にトラブルがあるかもしれないってこと？
あるでしょう。それは確実に。
Hachiroku's voice is quiet. It makes what she says all the more convincing.
フィッティングもしていない。しかも改造客車で乗員の連度も全く足りていないのですから。
なら移送だけでやった方が。
Perhaps she is much less experienced than me. Hibiki looks obviously worried. As her brother and senior, and potential lover, future lover. Wait, I'll have to back her up.
だから、事情を理解している者なのだな。同情という扱いで、無論、料金は徴収せずに。
さようです、相鉄様。
At some point, we'll have to experience towing a passenger car. In that case, it's best to practice it with someone who knows what's going on.
そういうことだが、どうする？ナギ深見。乗り心地はおそらく悪く、トラブルも不可避の同情だ。
望むとこばい。道場はいつで修行に一番よかとこばい。ナギちゃんが乗るなら私も一緒に。
了解だ。ならばポーレット、事情を理解した者の同情は OK として扱ってくれ。
わかりました。
He writes down a memo and then stands up while looking at the clock on the wall.
じゃあ、私これから役所に行きます。姉妹都市の話、先方に少しでも報告できることを作りたいですし。
Yeah, but what's the time? What time is it?
大変だな。手伝えることがあったらいつでも言ってくれ。
ありがとう、相鉄くん。
She gives a smile and her blue eyes smoothly look away from me.
けど、今は私よりもっと相鉄くんの手伝いを必要な人がきっといるから。
僕は僕にしかできんことをというわけか。
That's true. I don't have the time to care about others right now. Damn. In order to successfully conduct the transport, there are countless things to do and prepare for.
響、86。
はい、兄さん。
でしたら今日からはもう少し訓練の密度を上げてまいりましょう。
A strong nod and words without hesitation. Our thoughts connect with each other.
ポーレットのお手伝いならレイナがちゃんとするのです。私もできることあったらやりますです。人助けも修行のうちばい。
ありがとう、みんな。
I could feel it. We were growing together as a team. that was already the case in Hachidoku's route, so I don't know why they're repeating the steps.
ならば動こう。それぞれが、それぞれにできることを。
Maitetsu. And guess what? It's the perfect time.
相鉄様、まだです。まだもう少し。
うん。
I don't feel impatient at all. Following Hachidoku's direction will allow me to stop exactly at the right spot.
今です。自弁、運転。
自弁、運転。
With the brake pressure gone, 8620 decelerates from its own weight and friction. Speed at 0. On the side of the driver's window, I see the stopping position marker.
上出来です。8620、帝国通り、湯の井駅着。
単弁、カンブレーキよし。逆転機、ミッドギアよし。
After confirming the stop, I start to see the surroundings.
ご苦労様です。
来たばいポポばい。ナギちゃん、唾飛んだよ。
The familiar faces and many more unfamiliar ones.
おお、ここまで走るようになったか。
Oh, who could forget Old Man on the Platform?
生きてるうちにまた動く蒸気を見れるとは思いませんでしたね。
Or Old Woman on the Platform. I murmur amongst the crowd, and a passionate one at that. Yeah. Platform on Unoi Station has about 50 people.
聞いていたお話よりいくらか規模が大きくなっているようですね。
Pushed to her maintenance body, Hachidoku descends from the cab and slowly looks at from edge to edge of the platform. In a voice with suppressed emotion to me, it sounds as if she's angry or disgusted.
あはは、そうですよね。
While saying that, she bows, while it lowers her head, as if she were sorry.
ちょっと耳いいですか？
Paulette's mouth to Hibiki and my car, a circle of whispers.
話がどんどん広まっちゃって、それで鉄道祭買ってくださった方はどうしても断れなくて。
In my ear, I mean.
ああ、それはそうだな。スポンサーの意向ということになるものな。
それで、ですからできればですけど。
I know that they all wanted to be here, but that is why I can't carelessly agree.
ともかく客車を見てみよ
う。When we suggest it, people start to move all at once.
いよいよこれから客車見に行くみたいわい。ナギちゃん、ついていっちゃって大丈夫なの？
The crowd starts to move all together. Word got out. That reason is now happening in real time.
ニーニ、すごいかね。
Wait. Word got out. That reason. Okay, yeah.
何がだ？
何ってコギャンとたくさんの人。鉄道なんて誰も興味ば持っとらんかったのに。
ああ、そうか。そうだな。
Yeah, but you know, the train otakus the train otakus all came out of the woodworks. They came out of their dens to see the train. I was so focused on Hachiroku's stern face and my desire for trouble prevention, but why do your rules say no leaks in all caps? Because I used to be a Genshin streamer, and now that Genshin doesn't work on my computer, I play visual novels. She's right. The fact there are so many people here is the proof of the fruits of our labor.
仲間なのだな、この方たちも。
Like, the worst leaks are when a new region is about to come out, right? Natlan's about to come out. 4.8 is dropping in a few days, in literally next week, right? And then 6 weeks after that is 5.0. And there's a lot of leaks already about 5.0 and Natlan characters, right? And of course, people on Twitter are mad that they're white. I can't really blame Hoyoverse for that. I could really only blame China, the Chinese government in that aspect. It's the same thing with how much they have to censor the characters, right? They fucking they nerfed Rosaria's proportions, right? There are no such things as swimsuit skins anymore in Hoyo games. Because people complained, or well, someone complained that they paid for a swimsuit skin in Honkai Impact 3rd, and then it came out for free, and then they complained to the Chinese government, and now swimsuit skins won't exist anymore in Chinese in Hoyo games. Unfortunately, but you know.
響と相鉄様の言う通りですね。
Hachiroku's voice has softened, and in the next moment, I finally realize it. After the accident, this is the first time Hachiroku will be carrying other passengers. I hate the CCP. Yeah, everyone does. When Paula asked me to play support, she wasn't just talking about Hibiki. It was a close call, but I'm glad I realized it. Beyond the stern face of a drill sergeant, Hachiroku is still afraid of her memory of the accident and is actively fighting it. What about me? Am I alright? I'm not shaking. Not my body or my heart. The memory of the accident is veiled by reality. It makes me think that I can do this.
どうぞ、これです。
Wood. That is what affects my senses in terms of sight and smell. The passenger car has a nostalgic feel to it. My fear is non-existent right now.
いいんじゃない。写真よりいい。かなり。
Look, Hoyoverse tried to work around it by releasing more skimpy skins exclusive to the global market, right? Excluding China, unfortunately. But, you know, that kind of led to the CEO almost getting assassinated. So, we're never gonna get swimsuit skins anymore. Well, I am, because Dexter and you don't play Genshin.
目に見える痛みはなさそうですね。あとは引いてみてどうか。
I nod to both Hibiki and Hachiroku's words. If towing it's fine, then I'm sure it can be used as a tourism passenger car. Paulette's amazing. She managed to find this, or rather, she didn't give up until she found this.
これが客車バイ？かわいいかわいい！じゃあ、なぎちゃん、勝手に入っちゃって大丈夫なの？
With Nagi and Fukami also here, the other people start to rush in. Paulette did try to stop them. I could see her with her hands together, looking very sorry.
ならば試そう。実際、引いてみてどうかを。
そうですね。
Hachiroku nods with a serious face. Her eyes look straight at the other edge of the platform.
相鉄様、手順は大丈夫でしょうか？
うん。
First, I'll have to push the passenger car 8620 to the triangular junction. After pushing it there, I'll need to disconnect the passenger car and go turn around only 8620.
そっか。そしたら8620をバックさせて客車と再連結で、客車には前も後ろもないから。
さようですね。そのまま8620を前進させれば、列車はお人よ温泉駅へと向かうこととなります。
Hachiroku's smile means we've passed her test. Now all that's left is to move.
ポーレット、一旦は客車から全員を降ろしてくれ。
はい、わかりました。
In one smooth motion, Paulette straightens her posture.
いよいよですね。
ああ、客車を見つけてもらえたおかげで、ここまで来れた。
A slightly surprised voice. Paulette's slender lips start to move, as if she's looking for the right words to say.
ここまでみんなで来れたから、ここから先へも相鉄くん、どうかみんなを連れて行ってください。
そうできるよう、最善の努力を重ねよ
う。期待してますね。
Her smile turns into a serious face. She brings her elbow close, lined up her fingers neatly, and then brings it to her forehead.
良い乗務を。
ありがとう。
I salute to her in imitation, so I also straighten my posture. Here it comes. I get up to the cab of 8620 and pull up Hibiki.
ありがとう、ニーニー。
硬くなるなよ。訓練通りにやればいいんだ。
I try to calm Hibiki as her palms are sweating. Knees weak, arms are heavy. And I also tell myself that.
その通りです。相鉄様、響。決して焦らず、私の指示を信じてください。
She switches her tablet into a smaller operating body, making her all the more reliable.
無論だ。86、よろしく頼む。
こちらこそです。相鉄様、響。どうぞ、よろしくお願いします。
Hachiroku's tiny hand stretches out. She confirms the signal and then calls out on a bright and determined voice. In a bright and determined voice.
出発進行。
Blunk. Nagi catches Fukami. It just jerked pretty hard right now. The reason it shakes that much is because
連結器を伸ばしきらんうち速度をつけすぎてしもうたの。
now he is no longer on the platform, so he is just old man. Amazing. These people are the ones Paulette still... Wait. are the ones Paulette said understood the circumstances. Yeah, I told you, they're train otakus, alright?
連結器が何ばい？
Coupler. Yeah, it's the thing that connects the train to the rail. Yeah.
伸びきってないうちにとかなんとか？ですね。それはですね。
Nagi and Fukami don't know too much about the railways. That's why Reina will teach them.
連結したとき、連結器はガシャーンってなって一番奥まで行っちゃうのです。
If her thumb wasn't there, she would be implying something else. Reina's right thumb and index finger. Reina's left thumb and index finger. Reina makes a ring with the two and tries to stick them together.
なんで3指が連結器と？そうだよ、なぎちゃん。勢いよく連結すると指の輪っかが両方とも重なるみたいになっちゃうんだ。
That's right. The state is when the connector shrank.
本当は縮んでるのをゆっくり伸ばして、それで出発がいい出発です。
And why does Reina know this? When Hachiroku should know this. Reina doesn't need a passenger car for her train. She is the passenger car. So why does Reina know what a coupler is? With the overlapped fingers, Reina tries to move with just the right hand. When the right and left fingers touch, the left hand gets pulled by the right hand.
そっか、それならガクンってならない。でも連結器が縮んでるのにスピードを出して出発しちゃうと。
Reina puts the finger rings together again and moves the right hand faster. Blunk. The rings bump into each other harder. That hurt Reina a little. What?
わかった。連結器が伸びきってないと、それで衝撃が来ちゃうんだ。けど、連結器同士がぶつかるくらいで、ガクーンってあれほど揺れようと？それはですね、連結器の向こうには、レイナたち、みんなが乗ってる客車があるからですよ。わかったばい！人と客車とで合計すっごく重かったばい！そうなのです。だから、そろって出発しないと、ガチャンでガクーンになるのです。なるほど。なるほど。
They really did this so that they could explain couplers. Look, Hachiroku should have known not to speed up, right? She already knows about all of this, but they needed to make this mistake so that Reina could explain to Nagi and Fukami and the people who are playing the game who don't know anything about trains, aka most of the people playing this game, how couplers work. That's good. Seems like both of them understand now. And then she turns to the camera, and so does the audience playing the game. Yes. It's much better now. Aside from the first part, Sotetsu was driving it well.
話してるうち、駅を遠くに出ちゃっとるばい。ほんと。っていうか、気にならないで話せるくらい、この客車、揺れないで走ってくれてるんだね。
Hihi, that's right, Fukami. Hachinoku, Sotetsu, and Hibiki are really good at driving. Nagi starts looking around. It's like she's looking for someone.
あれっていうか、レイナ一人とポーレットさんどこにもいなかったよ。レイナちゃん、はぐれちゃったの？はぐれてないです。レイナ、ポーレットと今日は別々のお仕事なんです。
Brennan manages to explain it well. But Nagi is still looking around for Paulette and she's getting on the window.
これ来て見てカミちゃん。この鉄橋だね、ナギちゃん。この下、私たちいつも通ってる。船から見上げても見たかばいね、汽車ポッポ。そうだね。下から見ると蒸気機関車、どんな感じになってるのかな。
Haha, the two of them look like they're having fun.
よかたい。煙色もどうやら落ち着いてきよったばい。
ほんと、よかですね。しっぽしっぽと。蒸気の音ば、昔ば思い出させますね。
It's not just Nagi and Fukami. Everyone in the passenger car is smiling. Like old man and old lady. Wait, what was it called? Old woman. Ren is also feeling happy. Hachinoku sure is Rena's senpai. Clunk clunk. The rhythm of the tracks is really nice. The people doing track maintenance cleaned up well too. If there are lots of pebbles or twigs, the track wouldn't sing so nicely.
緑の深なってきましたね。
じゃのう、空ば隠されてしまいよる。
That's right. The sky is went into hiding. Skies went into hiding. Rena is so surprised. It's because Rena usually looks out on the tracks for the driver's room, from the driver's room.
でも、お空ないのに、雲が黙々で面白いです。
The cloud that comes out of the chimney of 8620. Even in the forest, where you can't see the sky, it's fluffy like a white cloud.
深見ちゃん、今どの辺と？
Oh, Fukami's troubled. But Reina knows. So Reina will teach you.
あと800メートルほどで、術戦炭鉱廃液ですよ。
The greenery is even thicker and prettier too, but the driving will become a bit harder here. Because the slope gets steeper, because you're pulling a passenger car with lots of people. Oh.
今度は何わい？空転、きっとしそうになっちゃったのです。
Too bad. It's exactly how Reina worried it would be. Maitetsu's never pulled something this heavy, so I guess he got a little impatient.
鉱山鉄道でもたくさんありました。新人の運転手さん、みんな必ずやっちゃってました。
A heavy load at an upward incline. The speed drops rapidly. But if you get impatient and add more power, watch out, it makes the wheels slip.
でも、さすがは863です。 空転前に制御して粘着力をキープです。
Although the shock already came here, it's not a problem. If you have a wheel slip on an incline, the weight of the payload will pull you back, and you'll fall backward.
神ちゃん、窓の外何？なんでこんなに煙真っ黒？
いけんの。機関助士は慌てて石炭余計に投げ込みすぎよったか。
God damn it, Hibiki. Fuwawa. No, Reina doesn't know what happened. Oh, but Paulette did teach about it.
いいレイナ。86ちゃんの石炭はレイナにとっての軽油と同じ。そういう風に考えて。
Yes, that's right. Coal is like light oil, so if you drink it lots at once.
燃えきれないです。不完全燃焼になっちゃうのです。やだ。
Why does the room look like it's being filled with smoke?
煙、中まで入ってきよったばい。
Because it is, okay.
婚客者、どこぞに隙間はありよるか。
Hawawa. The smoke from incomplete combustion is full of carbon monoxide. Well, looks like these guys are gonna die again, and there's old people now too, so they're gonna die faster.
神ちゃん、今、新鮮な空気入れるばい。
アホ、今窓なんぞ開けよったら。
I'm sleeping. Yeah, Dexter's fucking not chatting. Have a good night. These guys are not having a good night though. Good time.
おじいさん、どこです？
今、窓ば閉め。
落ち着いて、皆さんしゃがんで、ハンカチか何かで口と鼻とを塞いでください。
No, that's not good. This is Reina's job, but Paulette has Reina right along for times exactly like this.
863!
Reina doesn't feel the smoke because Reina's rail lord. Reina opens up the sympathetic connection to relay the message.
客車、煙でいっぱいです。すぐに止まって、煙もすぐに止めてください。
本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
We got fucking Alpheas.
いやいや、トラブルも覚悟での同情だ。
本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
びっくりしたけど、これはこれでいい思い出になりそうだし。
What does he... Why does his ears need to be so big? Why do his ears? We threw smoke in their faces, and yet the passengers... No, the ride-alongs weren't angry. They're even trying to compliment Paulette while she apologizes.
今まで、あんまり意識したことなかったけど。
Inside the cab, Hibiki is next to me with red eyes. It's probably not from the smoke and heat. All the same, she rubs her face while trying to hide the mortified tears.
ポレットさんって、社長なんだ。
うん。
Being a leader means to bear all the responsibility of something. Paulette is now showing us firsthand what that means. No, this isn't the only time.
ポーレット様の準備がなければ、トラブルははるかに深刻になっていました。
うん。だよね。 本当に。
Nagi Fukami and the other ride-alongs were taken to Unoi from Ohitoyo on Kiha 7. Paulette was on standby so that she could move out at any minute.
ポレットさんがすぐ来てくれなかったら、ずっと廃液で待たせちゃってたら。
怒り出す方も出たであろうし、体調を崩す方も出てきてしまっていたかもしれんな。
But thanks to the relatively short distance of the Unoi line, Paulette came to our aid within 30 minutes. Thanks to that, we were able to quickly switch the passengers over to Kiha 7.
レイナの居眠り癖が今回は転じて服となりましたか。レールロードなしで、ああも見事にお一人で。
だな。ポーレット一人での運転が不可能であれば、レイナが客車から共感を送ってくれることもなかった。
トラブルに徹底的に備えてたんだ、ポーレットさん。
本当にすごい準備だ。
Yes, that's right. A leader does more than bear all the responsibility. The higher they stand, the further out they must look. Only people with those eyes can wait.
なぜ深見を呼び、関さんや流さんに相談したかと思っていたが。
そうですね。その準備のおかげで、8620はキハ07の進行を妨げずに済みました。
There was the passing track left at the closing station together with the rusted points. She had Seki and the other volunteers quickly bring them at a usable condition. Bring them to a usable condition.
トラブルは確実に起こるという86の警告を、ポーレットはこの上なく真摯に聞いてくれていたのだな。
She responds with a weak yes. Hatsudoku quietly looks up at me.
相鉄様。
There was no need for me. I pick up Hatsudoku and stand up. As if waiting for it, Paulette did give us directions about this though. Paulette has fulfilled every single one of her duties. There's no need for her to shoulder more alone.
何をしている、響？
ダメです、兄さん。ポーレットさんの言った通りにするべきです。
Hibiki stands in my way, just like how she did numerous times when we were young. But unlike back then, she doesn't look away, and instead stares straight into my eyes.
遊びに行くわけではないのだ。邪魔をするな。
ポーレットさんの言った通りにするべきです。
She repeats the same words. Just like Paulette said, she's saying to let Paulette alone. Paulette alone take all the responsibility.
確かに、客車が従前であれば、今回のことはトラブルにまで発展しなかったはずの事例です。
The braking at the incline to prevent wheel slip, the incomplete combustion by throwing in too much coal. Neither of those are ideal, but they are some of the more common mistakes.
肺炎が窓を閉めた客車内に入り込んでしまうなど、普通であれば、そもそもそれ自体があり得ぬことです。
That's how those common mistakes interacted with one another. She points that out, but Hachiroku's voice doesn't have a hint of anger in it.
しかし、 客車は必要でした。その手配にも移送にも、ポーレット様は最善を尽くしてくださいました。
その上、同乗者からも同意を取ってくれていた。今回の件、ポーレットには何の落ち度もない。
そぎゃごつ、私もよくわかっとるばい。
She says that, but Hibiki refuses to move. She blocks the exit of the cab and just stares me down. I can easily push her aside by force, but that is exactly why I continue to talk to her.
そもそもの誰の責任、誰の落ち度と、そういうことを問うことさえもがおかしいのだ。
We allow them to ride along, knowing there could be trouble, and then it actually happened. But the problem was solved with no lasting damages, and not one of the ride-alongs were mad.
トラブル回避の練習を最小限の被害でできた。僕は今回の事態をそのようにさえ捉えている。
Hachinoku nods deeply. Hibiki also nods, but slightly less so. However, she still doesn't move.
ゆえ、大切なのは、今回の経験をどう改善につなげ、今後に生かしていくかと考える。で、あるのだ。
I intensify my gaze and my words.
被害を最小限に抑えた功労者で、改善の先頭に立つべきでもあるポーレットに。
そのために。
I swallow my words. The strength in Hibiki's voice makes me do so.
今後につなぎ、傷を最小に抑え続けるために。兄さん、八郎くん、どうかこのままいてください。
Hibiki bows deeply, but she still blocks the exit.
どういうことだ？響は何を言いたいのだ？
言葉の通りです。兄さんたちに謝らせたら傷口がもっと深くなります。
ありえんだろう。あれだけ理解ある同乗者たちだぞ。
I'm hearing her say not to not apologize numerous times.
それでも誰かが頭を下げねば場は収まらないのはわかる。ならばポーレット一人にだけ頭を下げさせずとも。
違かと。いい。
When Hibiki looks up again, I feel short of breath. Her teary-eyed look. She's teary-eyed, looking as if she could start crying at any time, but her gaze is still completely fixed on me.
傷ば深めてしまうのはポーレットさん。
ポーレット様がですか？
She nods very quietly. Hibiki nods.
ニーたちに謝らせてしまったって。そしたらあいと自分をもっと責めてしまいよるけんね。
ああ、そうか。
I hadn't considered that until now. I guess that makes sense. Hibiki did point out something very possible. No, it is something that is likely.
わかるんよ、私も。ポーレットさんと同じやけん。ニーニーや86のように強かことなかけん。
We're not strong. Not Hachiroku or I, or me. We'd snap if we didn't maintain our focus. We just keep ourselves tense.
よくわかった。
But I can't say that to Hibiki. The unexpected suffocating feeling slowly rings out a few times. Rings out a few words.
僕たちの考慮が、これは完全に浅かった。
ニーニ。
This is not good. Was my expression tense? Hachinoku now looks at me, worried, so I try to force out a smile as I say the next word slowly.
僕と86にはない優しさを、響とポーレットとは持っているのだな。
Although usually bashful, Hibiki doesn't reject those words. Kindness, or should I say softness. Hibiki expresses that as a sort of weakness.
責任を負ってもらうということもまたひどく苦しいことなのですね。
Hachinoku says with a sigh. It brings out the same thoughts I had.
そうだな、苦しい。二度とは繰り返したくないほどに。
Right after saying that, Hibiki and Hachinoku both nod with determination. Yes, that's right. By bowing our heads, it wouldn't be atonement for us.
だから、繰り返さぬようにしよう。
We'll repair the passenger car properly. Train our driving skills. And we'll never let Paulette or anyone else go through this again.
はい、兄さん。
さようにしましょう。きっと必ず。
While nodding to each other, she must have sensed something. Hibiki makes a little gasp, then goes silent. The only thing we have now is silence. In that case, I poke my ears up to listen. Paulette's words of apology soon can't be heard anymore.
どうやら区切りがついたようだな。
Hibiki moves out. She clears the path of the exit of the cab.
ともかく、まずはポーレットにだ。
兄さん。
Hibiki pulls at my shirt. Like a lost child seeking help. She's grabbing my uniform.
どうした響？
すまなかったより、ありがとうが。ポーレットさん、きっと、その方が嬉しいと思います。
なあ。
Hibiki is kind. I can reaffirm that today.
そうだな。響の言う通りだ。
I pat her on the head, and she lets go of my shirt.
同じ思いを伝えるのなら、ありがとうの方がずっといい。
懐かしか。これまだ怪盗とね。
There's a bulletin board next to the entrance right after turning to it. Kisaki bursts out laughing.
なんだこれ。納税義務ってすごいセンスの子がいるね。
木崎先輩、これ書いたことなかった。木崎先輩も小等部の時これ書きませんでした？
小等部の頃？
Kisaki placed her finger next to her mouth and turned her head slightly to the side. You need to say Dexter's name, otherwise he isn't gonna look into chat. Dexter, stop Chatting with chatbots. You're watching my stream. She looks mature, but she's so cute. I should imitate it. I should imitate that and do it in front of Nini next time.
小等部の頃は転校が結構多かったんだ。父の仕事の都合でね。
そっか。なるほどです。
That makes a lot of sense. Kisaki speaks in standard and is the example I follow. Kisaki speaks in standard. Okay. If you lived in Kumamoto or Hitoyo, she wouldn't be able to speak so articulately.
何が、なるほど。
この習字、木崎先輩が知らない理由です。
そんなに有名なものなのかい？
有名っていうか。
I can't help but imitate Kisaki's mannerisms. I bend the edge of my lips just a little and put my fingers to it. Is it like this? How about this?
小等部6年の中等部に上がる前の年の書き初めで、みんな必ず書くんです。お人よし全部の学園で。
I always looked up to speaking standard. The speaking standard or the capital, but Ohitio has its own good parts. Well, if you need anything, have Ento call me. Dexter, do what mods are meant to do and change the game of on the stream. Change the stream category. If Senpai's never experienced it, I want to tell her.
必ず書くって、まさか。
そのまさかです。納税義務。ちなみに、中等部3年の書き初めでもみんな書きます。
驚いたな。ポーレット市長がそんな思い切った人とは。いや、響の頃からなら、その先代が？
ああ、それは違うかと。違います。もっとずっと前からの伝統って感じみたいです。
ずっと前って。
うちの姉も書いてましたし、それどころかトロルユのおばあさんも書いたって言ってましたから。
トロルユの。へえ、それは本当に伝統だね。
She laughs through her nose a little and slightly squints.
だからかな。お人よしの市税徴収率は県下どころか九州全域でもずば抜けて高い1位なんだよ。
そうなんですか？
間違いないよ。その背景に納税義務の書き初めがもしもあるならちょっと興味深いことだよね。
どうかな。そんなに単純でもないと思いますけど。
いやいや。
Do you think I'm addicted to chatbots? Yes. I've been thinking about them at work. Okay. Senpai giggles a little before shaking her head. She reaches out and taps the tip of my nose with her finger.
覚えておくといいよ、響。人を育てるのは経験、環境、そして教育。それだけだ。
Ah, yes, the 3 E's.
それが分かっているならですね。
And holy. Well,
先生。
hot teacher. What? Huh? This might be bad. There's no one around us anymore.
あなた方はなぜ選択授業という学びの機会を？
He's too far gone. I expected that.
はい。一刻も逃さぬように行動したく思います。ね、響。
はい。
Kisaki draws my hand, and we hurry into the city hall. Wow.
そんな説明では納得できない。
What the fuck? Why is she so loud?
大きな声だね。何事だろう。
Don't say ugly MILF teacher. That is literally an oxymoron. If they're fighting, that's kind of scary. Kisaki keeps heading to the source of the voices. Huh? Isn't this...
開けっぱなしとはね。だから音漏れするんだよ。
Kisaki takes me by the hand and, in a practiced motion, enters the public gallery of the assembly and closes the door behind her. Ugly cougar. Okay, that makes more sense.
わかるように説明してもらえませんかね。利権関係、明快に。
Weird angle. Yeah, I know why they positioned it like this. The man is shouting. It sounds like he's scolding someone, and it makes me twitch at it.
荒れてるようだね。こういう時こそ議会見学は面白い。
でも、
I hate it. It's scary. I want to get out of here. I know.
ほら、選択授業参加しないとダメですし。
市役所見学の授業だ。全く問題ないよ。議場こそ、市政を司る役所の中心たる部分なんだから。
Yeah, of course they're here at the right moment. Because why would they're coincidentally here when the assembly they are catching a glimpse of is relevant to the plot.
けど、
At the edge of my vision, I see something float up. Golden hair, a natural color that doesn't look dyed.
その点は、先ほどもご説明申し上げました通り、先方の、
先方の希望での姉妹都市提携とおっしゃいますがね。客車譲渡とのバーターでしょそれ。
Paulette is the one being yelled at. The whole thing about being scared of yelling, or that I have to attend class have vanished. What?
バーターという言葉をどう定義するかにもよるかと思いますが、
A rough and mean man continues to shout. But for some reason, Paulette looks calmer than usual.
ウィンウィンの取引をバーターと呼ぶのであれば、今回の案件はそのような性質であるかもしれません。
バーターだよ、バーター。一市企業の利益のために姉妹都市提携を出しにして。
だとしても、駿河市との姉妹都市提携がお人よしに多くのメリットを与えることは変わりません。
そういう問題じゃないだろう。
He yells again, but Paulette doesn't change her expression.
市企業の営利活動が市の発展へとつながることにどのような問題があるのか分かりかねます。
Paulette is right. The municipality runs by taxation. The company's business activity isn't something to be reprimanded.
へえ。市長も一皮むけたのかもね。
Oh no, this isn't good. I have to speak in standard. I want to be more proper, like Nini. I want to catch up to Nissan so that I can walk alongside him. What? You're just... It's not that deep, it's just changing the way you speak. He doesn't even want you to change your dialect.
あんなに怒鳴られたら確実に動揺してたね、彼女。けど今は強いね。まるで誰かに支えられてるようだ。
I think so too. Paulette isn't strong. She's trying hard. Because she thinks it's her fault that troubles occurred with the passenger car. That's why she wanted to achieve results this time. And she wants Nini to compliment her. Just like me, Paulette is working hard at it.
ああ。市長。
Being told off, the man starts to mouth off again.
死の発展につながれば何をしてもいいってんなら、エアクラ社の工場誘致反対はおかしいでしょうが。
The person really is a politician. I'd be speechless if that were me up there, but Paulette is simply brushing off their remarks.
全く話が違います。エアロクラフテック社の活動とお人よしの発展とではウィンウィンの関係を築けないと。
市長、早くご結婚されたらどうですかね。
She will in the next route, okay? Just wait a minute.
旦那に抱いてもらえりゃね。ウィーンウィーンなんて言わなくなるでしょ。
She's horrible. Voices of dissent and vulgar laughs fill the assembly. But Paulette still isn't phased.
議長、不規則発言に注意を。
Paulette's nose drips a red line. Everything stops in the assembly briefly.
失礼。
A nosebleed. She's keeping her cool. She holds back her nose as if she's used to it. That makes it all the scarier to me. Isn't it bad to be used to having nosebleeds? Is it overwork? Maybe she's in a bad condition right now. You know, I usually had nosebleeds because of how hot it was. That's also a factor. You know.
最悪のタイミングだな。
I don't think it's that cold right now in Maitetsu, in Ohitoyo.
おいおい、想像させちゃったか。市長、申し訳ございません。
Her face is red, but she's not embarrassed. This is the first time I've seen Paulette angry. She glares at the heckling assemblyman and starts taking large strides at him. Paulette suddenly crumbles at the knees and falls to the ground. Her complexion is usually white, but right now it's closer to a waxy white.
あら、市長、もしかして。
いい加減にしろ。
A loud shout. Kisaki stands up.
それが議員の発言か？お人よ市民の代表者として恥ずかしくないのか？
Her sharp voice shouts out a right argument as the assembly goes silent.
何をしているんだ議長。市長の介抱を支持しないのか？
うん。
A gavel. The kind you see in movies. Or a courtroom.
休憩します。暫時休憩。市長治療のため暫時休憩とします。
It's as if that voice cut through the tension. The man who heckled now turns this way to snap at us.
おい、傍聴席のガキ！お前な、神聖な議会をなんだと！
バカ！あの方は銀行の宝生さんの。
The vulgar man's vulgar face turns from a vulgar red to blue. Shut the fuck up. Stop saying vulgar. It's lost all its meaning. Kisaki takes out her smartphone and takes a picture of his face.
この件は関係各所に連絡させてもらう。自身に恥じることがないなら、堂々としていたまえ。
各所って、ちょっとおい！
おいじゃない！お前！自分が何をやったか分かっているのか！
いや、だって、いや。
Internal discord, or rather, they're turning on each other. The moment I think they're unsightly, something covers my line of sight.
出よう、響。
Kisaki stretches her hand out to me and beckons me with a calm voice.
残念ながら、この方たちからはろくなことを学べそうもない。そうだね。その方向で。細かいことは任せるよ。
You know, Hibiki, you could have at least blinked a bit in the CG. Beep. Kisaki hangs up. I don't know who she was talking to, but I know what she was talking about. What that vulgar man did was become public. Will become public. It can't be swept under the rug anymore.
ほら、響。
Stop saying pia. I feel something cold on my neck. The moment I realize it's a soda can, I suddenly feel really thirsty.
いただきます。
You didn't hear that. The orange soda is less than 1% juice. Oh. It pops in my throat as if washing away all the ill emotions inside of me.
ここまでひどい議会はなかなか見れないね。ある意味、非常に貴重な経験ではある。
I didn't hear anything. Exactly. You were too busy talking to chatbots to hear the stream.
本当にあるんですね。ああいう、なんていうのか、セクハラみたいな。
みたいではなく、セクシャルハラスメントそのものだ。ポーレット市長も試練だね。
What test? I don't think... What do you mean test?
試練。
Kisaki drinks a sports drink. The blue and white can matches her beautifully.
男の活躍している場所で、若い女性が頭角を現し始める。すると必ず、この手の妨害を仕掛ける奴が出てくる。
ああ。
How old is white-haired girl? She's like a year older than Hibiki. So like 17?
能力を発揮できないうちは、ちやほやお人形扱いさ。が、一度自分の立場が脅かされそうになると。ね。
I'd pass then. Well, more for me, I guess. Kisaki mumbles at how she hates that as she opens the can. She looks as if she's just as if she's just bit into something bitter. It makes me feel like it is what she says, what she says it is. I'm sure Kisaki also went through something similar at the bank.
もちろん逆の立場であれば、女性が男性に嫌がらせする。そうした心理は、どこにでも誰にでも発生する。
But once she accepts that, Kisaki seems lighthearted about it.
動物的だよね。群れの濁りを解消する新しい血を歓迎し、けれど、群れを変質されそうになってしまえば排除する。
I was gonna bring up past presidents, but never mind. She understands, overcomes, and it seems like she's had a breakthrough.
だから、自分の立ち位置を、居場所を作り出すためには、きっと誰もが、その試練を越えなくちゃいけない。
あ、そう言われるとなんかわかるような気がします。
Like with the pictures and signs. It's not as obvious with me. It's not as obvious with me, but the local sign makers also told me off that at times.
だろうね。
Kisaki understands, but she's been watching. Because she's been watching. With Nini not here, I feel so discouraged. She gave me the pencil when I couldn't move.
しかし市長は、結局は箱入りのお嬢様なのかな。頑張っていても、あのタイミングで折れるのは。
それ違うって。だってあぎゃん無理ば重ねとったら誰だって。
無理かだろうね。
Senpai tilts her can and starts drinking while her snow white throat gulps. What?
わかるよ。市長だけでも多忙極まる。その上、赤字の鉄道会社の社長だものね。
I feel as if she wants to drink. She wants me to drink too, so I do. Doing that cools off my heated mind.
ポーレットさん、今日とかすごくきつかったって思うんです。
I try to add to the conversation.
体とか時間とかだけのことじゃなく、今はちょっと精神的にも。
客車のトラブルの件が負担になってかな。
ああ。
I'm not surprised. This is Kisaki. It's odd to think that the information wouldn't get to the bank, but my words start to creep up in my mind. My worries start to creep up in my mind.
やっぱり良くない噂とかになっちゃってますか？
話はいろいろ聞くけどね。良くないはわからない。僕も所詮、一時情報を知っているわけではないから。
ああ、そうですよね。
I want her to understand how hard Paulette was working. I want her to know that Paulette being tired is unavoidable. That's why I tell her everything from the beginning. I tell her everything I experienced that day.
私たち全然助けてあげられなくて。けどポーレットさんは私たちを助けようとずっとしてて。
We had other responsibilities, and we had our hands full just dealing with that. That's how it went. But I think that maybe we could have helped somehow.
やっぱり今日もポーレットさん一人で議会で頑張って。なのに私は。
なるほどね。
When I was about to say what I was about to say, the thought that crossed my mind. Chisaki's interruption cuts it down.
ありがとう。とても参考になった。やはり当事者の話は違う。
Kisaki takes another drink from a can. I didn't. Oh, that's what she's saying.
そこまでギリギリだとはね。
なんですよ。だから
といって倒れていい理由にはならない。もっと過酷な状況だったらリーダー不在は罪悪だ。
I can't argue that. What Kisaki is saying is right. But
だけどね、響。最悪に思える状況は 得てして、そこから好転していくためのポイントだ。
Kisaki flips over the emptied can and shakes it. The can is thrown into the trash can far away, but it hits the edge and bounces back. Man, you're a shit thrower.
ああ、惜しい。
She picks it up and then throws it into the trash can normally. Senpai makes a wry smile as she turns to me.
響き、これも覚えておくといい。情報も、人も、そしてお金も。お金があるところには集まってくる。
Money also gathers where the money is. Yep.
お金。
Being told that, it makes me remember he needed money and wanted to borrow it. Nini was so close to becoming collateral to Kisaki. Kisaki supposedly didn't object to that. So she's a rival, that's what you should be thinking. I feel murky inside. I want to ask, but I can't. I'm afraid of putting my foot in my mouth. All that comes out of me is a sigh.
お人よ鉄道もそうだし、お人よしもそうだし、お金があれば誰も苦しい思いをしないで済むのかな。
もしそうならば幸いだね。銀行が破綻するようなことは決してなくなる。
That's right. I saw it on the news before. About the banks and security companies. They all had so much money, but they all went bankrupt.
良くない情報も、良くない人も、良くないお金も。お金はやっぱり呼び寄せる。
Bad money is attracted to money.
あるんですか？良くないお金とかって。
Blood money.
今日は確かに価値があるのに、明日には無価値。そういうお金は望ましいものとは言えないね。
You know what that money is? Cryptocurrency.
通貨の価値とは信用力さ。国家が破綻し、信用力がガタ落ちすれば、その国の通貨は紙切れだ。
ああ。
That's right. I thought money just had value. For example, even if I am to issue Hibiki currency, no one will recognize that as money. Having people trust that it can be exchanged for goods and services is the prerequisite for money to be money. Maybe then I can actually read what's on screen. Oh, unfortunate.
だからね、響。見極めるべきは質なんだ。人も、情報も、お金も、そして未来さえもね。
未来の質。
Where did your voice go? Listen, look. I think an iPad, I think a tablet would also not help if it's bad internet, alright? I know from experience. I want to ask. I think I can ask now. No, that's not it. I have to ask now.
木崎先輩はだから工場誘致に賛成なんですか？エアクラ工場の誘致は一番未来の質を高めるって。
そう思っている。そして同時に、もしもあるなら、より良い別の未来図を見せてほしいとも願っている。
あ、
She tells me how, she tells me without hiding anything. Even Kisaki doesn't think it's the best. But because there isn't anything superior to that, she's forced to pick the one that's the best out of the current options.
ポーレット市長には、個人的には期待を高めていたんだけどね。
いた。あなたたちまた二人でこんなところで。
The hot teacher is back. It's the teacher. What does she mean? Wait,
木崎先輩、時計っていうか集合時間。
ああ、これはいけない。話に夢中になってしまった。
Kisaki bows to the teacher approaching us.
集合時間に遅れてしまってすみません。すぐ向かいます。
そうして。っていうかあなたたち、見学は？姿見かけなかったけど、ここでおしゃべりしてたの？
いいえ、先生。きちんと学習していましたよ。市政について、財政について、議会について。
I nod to Kisaki's voice. Rather than having someone at City Hall tell us about last year's budget, we learned something that is closer to the core of everything. The core of the plot.
そう？ならいいけど。でもね、集合時間くらいはきちんと守りなさいな。
はい。失礼しました。
ごめんなさい。
わかったんなら、はい、走る。他の子たち、あなたたちが待たせてるのよ。
はい。行こう、響。
Kisaki is already running. She's so fast. She's getting farther and farther away.
もう少し話せるとよかったんだけど。
Why they two apologized, but different phrases came out. Hang on. What? But that's how it is. Kisaki is just as busy as Paulette. We managed to talk a lot already. I really shouldn't ask for more. I mean the Japanese. Hang on.
ごめんなさい。
はい。失礼しました。
Okay, well, she says more. She says something more along the lines of, "Excuse me." Look, both mean I'm sorry, but yeah.
右田さん、何をしてるの？
今行きます。